And we're live. What's up, everybody? You hear a kid crying in the background. Let you know exactly why he's crying. So, he's thirsty. And you might say to yourself, well, give him something to drink. Well, after 5 drinks, we think he's okay.
Yeah.
Now we're passing the point where he needs a drink. And we are to the point where he's going to let go. And I don't feel like dealing with that. So, yeah. And he is,
Set on just drinking and drinking and drinking, because that's his one way of staying.
Yeah. So that's fun. Parenting. Oh, yeah.
It was fun. You did have a fun night, though.
That's the thing.
That's
the thing. It was an amazing night. We got to decorate a gingerbread house, which was like, that was Addie's thing for a while,
I
right?
really wanted to do that, so we finally did that.
Yeah. She was so happy for that. And it looks good, too.
Yeah,
They did a really good job.
They did. And they're very creative.
It's the sugar, though. That has to be it. Because think about it. Think about it. So, our oldest son just had a birthday on Wednesday. Wednesday. And he had a lot of sugar. And a lot of just stimulation.
Yeah.
He had a lot of friends over. He did a lot of things with grandparents. It was really cool.
It was a really great day.
It was really great.
That day was great.
He has not been the same kid since that day.
No.
We're doing this Saturday, and that kid has been a different kid since then.
Yeah, it's almost like that day did revolve around him. Like the world revolved around him that day on Wednesday. And then he was like, wait, I could get used to this. Why doesn't this happen every single day?
Yeah.
And I didn't believe that was kind of, and he got a lot of sweets on that day too.
Yeah. So anyway, that's our night. It was a fun night, regardless of the weeping that you may or may not be hearing. I don't know. These are dynamic microphones. Hopefully they consolidate the sound a little bit. If you hear a wind blowing and it sounds like screaming, now you know what it is. Yeah, so this is Living Room Live. We just do question and answer time. Eventually, when we have more people jumping on, maybe we need to do this another day. Maybe people are like, Saturday night, I don't feel like jumping on and interacting on a Saturday night. I don't blame you. I kind of was looking forward to bed right now. But I do want to do this, though, because I feel like there's not a lot of ways to connect live with people. So that's why
right now, right?
Yeah, especially right now. We're in another lockdown. If you want to get my thoughts on that, listen to episode 18 of Just Breathing with Blood and Lungs. And, we talk about it. And
we should change the subject.
We should change the subject and keep this a fun night. My demeanor's like... So, usually what we just do, we find stupid, random questions on Google, and then we answer them and give our thoughts on them. Sometimes it leads to some fun conversations.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it's just so ridiculous. But that's what makes it fun. So if anybody hops on during this live stream, if you want to leave a question or a comment or something like that in the chat, go for it. We have the chat up on our TV behind the camera, so you can see it when it comes in, and I'll be keeping an eye on that. But do you want to do your questions?
Well, I'm just pulling up questions now because
Oh, okay.
I forgot to pull up questions.
I have some.
Uh,
I have some.
yeah, I don't know where we left off on this.
Oh, I just scroll and then I just pick one.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Okay.
I feel like this is great after tonight. What is the last time you laughed really hard?
Well, I don't know. I know that I laughed hard just the other night, but not like the kind where like you like can't stop. I feel like that's like the good kind.
Right.
But I did laugh pretty loud, like at something at a party that we were at.
Yeah.
But it was like one like outburst, but yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes with friends, I'll like get in like an uncontrollable laugh where I just like can't shake it off.
I have like the weirdest moments when I laugh. Like the weirdest video that maybe wasn't supposed to be like a comedy video. It
What
just
it's
get
not
me.
supposed to be?
Not always. I mean, sometimes parody videos get me.
Okay.
But although I did see one the other day, it was a comedian, but he does a lot of parody videos. I'm trying to remember his name now.
I feel like I don't
I
hear
think it's Adam Long. Is his name?
I'm not that
And he's a pretty cool guy. It's not the most clean video in the world. Like all of his content is a little edgy, which makes it great because
I guess it depends on what kind of comedy you like.
it's edgy, but like in a fun way. Like it's pushing the lines on things that you're like not supposed to push nowadays.
Okay.
So it's edgy in that way, and like it pushes them pretty good, you know, but in a fun way. Like
Right.
you really.
So it's not that it's not. Or I don't know. I haven't watched them.
It's what you think of clean. I mean, there might be some like sexual jokes. There might be some cursing.
Okay.
You know, not a lot. Like it doesn't get into like some weird dark places that some comedians go to. But like, it's fun.
But do you laugh? Like, do you actually laugh out loud? I feel like I don't hear you do that. I feel like you just think things are funny and you'll like smile or you chuckle.
Yeah. No, this one I don't think you guys were home. I think you and the kids went out.
Okay.
And like I was just here by myself and I was watching that, and like it's usually like a joke.
Right.
Like just
One
for
joke.
some reason gets me. And usually it has to do with like, especially with his stuff, because he's very like current
Mm-hmm.
on like stuff that's going on in our world, and then he makes fun of it.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And I don't even remember what the joke was, but like the premise of his last parody was a therapy session for like a former, I think it was Vice worker, and like Vice is like a very like left, very social justice warrior,
Okay.
woke type organization. So it was basically like therapy when you've been like let go from that job or something like that. So like the person had all of these like things. He's like, all right, when you look at me, what do you see? And he's like, you know, and the guy sitting across from him is just, you know, like a white heterosexual male, matriarchal, you know, no, patriarchal, I don't know, all of these like just crazy things, but it just, yeah, the way that both of the people that acted in it like did, they were great, they were awesome. So go check them out. But I laughed pretty hard. Not gonna ask that question. It's about Santa, and my kids are obviously still awake because they're still crying.
And we have talked to them by the way. They're thinking, wow, you don't care about your kids at all. Like, you talk to them. Oh, the one.
I was about to say I was just up here right before this stream went live.
A lot.
Yeah.
And nothing will help unless they get their revenge. then
Eventually, they fall asleep.
eventually.
Did you ever pull a tooth just to get money from the tooth fairy? Really?
I
can see you doing that.
My tooth fairy was very
Stingy? Oh man.
but I will probably do the same way. But also, I am just weird in that I would my tooth was loose, that just bothered me. That I wanted to come out as soon as possible. Not to get money, just because it bothered me that it's in there and not in
Never
the
for money though.
No, not for money usually, because I wouldn't get much. Get much.
I didn't get much, but it was money. But like that surprises me because I would think any chance for you to like get anything financially. Did you get anything?
I think a couple times I got some change.
Okay.
But
Well, that's money.
yeah,
That's money.
yeah. I just like.
I wasn't getting like $5 bills or anything.
What were you
like
getting?
that. I feel like early on I got like quarters.
Okay.
And then maybe I got like $1. Something like that. I don't know. I don't really remember that too.
I don't
Too much,
remember.
so.
My parents were like fake
What'd you say?
fairies and stuff.
We haven't gotten to that one yet.
Yeah.
None of our kids have lost their teeth yet. Alright, let's find a good one. Let's find a good one. Get this thing started. I feel like I'm still reeling from kids crying. It's really hard to do this with a kid crying.
Did we ask this question before? Because this is pretty funny.
Alright, good.
But I don't remember if I answered this. So. What's the weirdest thing a guest has done in your house?
Oh man.
I don't have an answer.
Would I like be calling people out if I say it?
No, there's no. I mean, of course, don't say any names.
No. What if they know the court so well?
Well,
They're like, that's me.
But no one else will know that. I feel like you had a lot of people over at your house, and when you were probably younger, right?
Yeah. I grew up, my dad was a pastor, so we would have like lots of people over. Lots of different people. Most of them were cool. I can't really remember anybody that was
I'm sure you have some funny stories, though.
I'm sure my parents do.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't remember.
Like, I don't really remember anything that was too crazy. Like, we had a lot of like missionaries, so like we had a lot of people from like different countries that would come in. Like, we had some that would stay with us sometimes too.
Mm-hmm.
But that was cool.
Right.
You know, those people were always cool.
Yeah, I can't think of how. We don't have guests.
Oh my gosh. I know one.
What?
That bothers you too. Butter.
Yeah.
Would you elaborate on that? Butter.
Yeah, we have one guest that comes to our house sometimes, and we love them, and and they're very free to roam our house as they please, and so this person will help feed my kids or cook something, and for whatever reason, whenever they use butter, it's I mean, what do you say? It might not be where it was before, and it's melting, and there's crumbs on it. Cut up in all weird shapes, and yeah, it's just there's butter everywhere, and you're like, what happened to the butter? Yeah, it's just it's funny to me because it happens almost every time that person comes over.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
But yeah, do you have anything?
You
more?
just go and you go to spread some butter on toast, and you're like, what happened?
Well, actually, it's more
what happened?
It's more oh yeah, that's right, that person was over.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. It's just a funny thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about the audio, guys. I just looked over and saw that it switched to the computer audio, so it was probably crap for a little bit, but it should be good now. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I was laughing most of it.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. We should be good now.
That's pretty funny. I didn't think about that. I think we did do that one before.
What is the first CD, that is a compact disc to young people, that you ever bought?
Oh boy. Do you know that? I don't think I know that.
See, it's different because it's that I bought. So not that
Someone bought for you.
someone bought for me.
Okay, so I can go ahead with this one. So
All right, go ahead.
I can't remember because now here I'm showing how cheap that I am. I don't like to spend money. So I'll ask for something if I want it for like birthday or Christmas when I was younger.
You'll just wait?
I'll just wait. I'll just wait. I'll be like, this is what I want, and I'm not gonna spend my money on it.
And you're a person that worked for everything, though.
Yeah, I did. I saved
so
that. I
funny.
saved that money that I earned so that I could go to college and pay my gas, pay my bills.
So responsible.
So I'm not
so
gonna,
responsible.
not gonna spend that hard worked money on a CD. I'm sure I bought CDs,
Yeah.
but I can't remember what my first was.
I know. It's so hard to know what my first was. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Because I did. I know what like some of my early CDs were. But I don't know what the first one I bought was.
Yeah.
And it's hard too because like we're right in the age that
It was just starting to go over to
yeah, like we grew up with not 8-tracks. We grew up with Walkmans.
yeah.
So like I used to listen to my cassette tapes in the
wow.
car,
Oh.
like on headphones.
Okay.
So I used to carry around my Walkman
That's
cassette.
pretty cool. I
you
didn't
know.
do that.
Yeah,
I had like the little CD
but
player.
then eventually it switched over to the CD player. Did you run with a CD player? No. No. Okay. Man, that had to be crazy for the people that had like the like.
It would skip all the
crazy-
time. I don't know how you could do that.
I don't know. I don't know. I saw people do it.
Yeah, it must have been like skipping as they were
Yeah.
jogging or whatever.
I don't know. That's crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
All right, let's see.
What would be the worst buy one get one free sale of all time?
Are you thinking children?
No.
I don't know.
Maybe a gravestone?
Nah, those things are expensive.
We need one. Oh, we'll give you two.
Those things are expensive.
They are expensive.
That's a hard one. Because I'm like, all I can think of is just things I would want, and I'm like, well, why not have
Right.
two of them? It sounds awesome.
You have to think of things that like you buy only because you have to. So like you don't really want to have to buy another one, even though if you're buying one,
But it's a BOGO, right? It's like a buy one get one.
yeah. But like if you're buying one, then I guess it wouldn't be a huge deal to like get another one. You obviously want one at one time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know. Like I could think of like you go get like a yard of dirt,
Right.
you know, for your like around your house and stuff like that, and you have to get like a second one.
Right.
Now you just have this pile of dirt at your house or
Right.
something. You know, like you could something
Well, see, the hard
simple like that. But I wouldn't hate it. I'd be
Right.
like, oh, I'll use it
thing
sometime.
The hard thing about buy one get one free is like you can always say no to the one free, or you can like give it.
Well,
to
that option wasn't given to you in the question.
So you have to keep it.
I think you have to have to keep it.
Okay, so maybe something like buy one dishwasher get one free.
Yeah, that'd be random.
So you have like a dishwasher you put in, and another one you have to like
Just
put in
store.
somewhere, or like a washer that you have to store somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
That would be so annoying.
That would be weird.
But you could, but then you could sell it. But see, here I am thinking of all these ways to just make money off of it.
Yeah. Save.
Save.
Should I get bangs?
No.
That's the last question on this list. I just wanted to ask it.
That would be hilarious.
What do you guys think? Put in the comments. Should I get bangs?
No, that's not gonna happen. I used to have bangs.
Ooh, this category is dangerous questions. The bangs was in dangerous questions?
Ooh.
Oh,
I guess if it's like a boyfriend or girlfriend asking each other,
I guess.
girlfriend's like, what?
What aspect of my personality do you think I need to change the most? These are dangerous questions.
Okay.
I like it.
So, oh boy, this is a dangerous question.
That's why it's called dangerous questions. Oh my gosh. Look at that.
Is that a spider?
Right here. Look.
Stop it! Oh my goodness! Kill that!
That's what it's like to be a man. Sorry for your ears, for the screams.
If that
I gotta go wash my hands real quick.
If that got on my head, oh my goodness. And there's one over there. That's what I saw first. There's a spider over there. I hate spiders, and spiders always want to land on my head in this house. Like, no lie. I'm not... Like, it's happened at least... I don't want to exaggerate. I can think of 2 times that it's happened. But I'm pretty sure it's happened more than 2 times. But 2 times in this year that I remember offhand of spiders coming down, like, usually right around here. Coming down, like, right either on my head or on my lap. Okay, and I'm just saying that
that was the smallest spider.
I hate spiders, and you better watch out if one is near you, because I might freak out and like hit it on you and kill it somehow. It has to be dead as soon as possible. All right.
Well, that was fun.
That was really awful.
I need to clip that. And just like share that to the world. That was great.
You planned that, didn't
I
you?
love how I was like looking right at it, and you're like,
well, there's one over there.
where?
Over there.
Oh, up in the corner
Yes.
above the
and now that one's gonna crawl
window?
over here and is going to land on my head.
I don't think so. I think it's
If
gonna
that
stay right there.
happens, then
If that one comes over here and comes down on top of your head,
I'm
I
not
will
sitting
take
here.
back everything I've said
about spiders.
about spiders.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay.
Until that, you're crazy. What aspects of my personality do you think need to change the most?
Oh goodness. This
Or
is
do you
like-
think I need to change the most?
this is
the
such a
question.
this is such a disruptive question? Why don't you go first?
I think you just need to stop being afraid of spiders. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I think. See, this is a hard question, especially when you're married. Not because you, like, I'm not the type of person that's like, oh my gosh, this is going to affect my marriage if I answer wrong. Because, like, I wouldn't have married you if I thought you were, like, petty.
Right.
So, like, I liked your personality.
You
Which is-
liked?
All right, now you're being petty. No, I liked your personality, which is why I chose to marry you.
Sorry, just giving you.
I was talking in the past tense. God forbid.
Oh, I love it.
But yeah, so it's hard to, because I'm basically just trying to look for areas that I want you to improve in.
Right.
So I guess like personality wise, I would want you to be more comfortable with, like with people.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So not controversial, I would want you to just be able to be like more outgoing, more confident
Right.
in like social circles. You know,
It's true.
for your own good.
Yeah, no, I would like that too. It doesn't come natural to me. That's why I married you. You're very natural at that. For you, I don't know. I think this question is hard because I feel like some of those things that like, yeah, your personality just helps, I don't know, balance mine. And there's like good parts of those, good characteristics of certain parts of your personality and then bad ones. But like, you don't want to take away the good with the bad. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything right now. I'm sure there's something.
Because I'm perfect.
Oh my goodness, that's not true, guys.
She probably would want to change that part about my personality.
Maybe, well, no, I wouldn't see. Yeah, I feel like anytime I think of something, then I'm taking away good with bad. So, okay, so this is what I'll say. So I think you have like a really awesome personality, but if we're going to go with the whole Enneagram thing, like I think sometimes like it would be good if you went on more on the positive side of the Enneagram. Like more so that way.
Okay, explain.
So like maybe like I don't know. I think you could be more open and understanding, but at the same time I think that's you just giving like your just opinion, which is also helpful because it's decisive and discerning. I don't know. That's hard.
I don't know.
Let's go to another question. I feel like I'd have to think about that question for a while.
That's a hard one.
To give a good answer.
Yeah, that's a hard one. I feel like I'm reading like a girl's post or something like that.
Why? Because they're like girl questions?
Yeah, they're very girly. Like one of them was like, if you had to choose to never see me or your partner again, which would you choose? I'm like,
that's a weird question.
I'm guessing this is for like girlfriends.
Yeah. That's weird.
Alrighty. Find it a new set of questions.
If you were arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family assume you had done?
Jeez.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I feel like I know what it would be for you.
What would it be for me?
I feel like if you got arrested unexpectedly, they would be like, oh my goodness, he like went off the deep end with like with all this craziness with like the government and everything. I feel like they'd be like, oh, he went
maybe
like he did something that made people angry. Like I don't know what would be that you would have had done, but
I'd be good with that.
I feel like that's what people would think. They'd be like, he was really into like learning about that stuff. He got someone angry.
Like defying lockdowns or something like that. Yeah. I'd be good with that.
I feel like that's what they would say for you.
Yeah. I'm good with it. I know, like, at first, I'm like, I hope people don't think I would, like, he probably murdered somebody. Like, I hope that's not, like, the first thing people think. Goodness.
I don't know what do you think people would think? I feel like it's easier for someone else to answer this for you. Like, if I got arrested and no one knew why, what do you think people would assume?
I don't know. I'll bring that mic.
Oh, sorry.
No, here. You know, pull it. There you go.
About do something helpful.
Yeah. So for you, I think people would assume it was money laundering.
What?
I don't know. I have no idea.
No.
You're so like
I'm not smart
you're
enough
so
for
calm
that.
and unassuming though. That's the hardest part about you is like I wouldn't assume anything. I would obviously assume you were innocent.
Okay, there you go. That's good. I'll take that.
Well, just because like no one's seen you like blow up. People have seen me blow up. People have seen me get angry and kind of like argue, and you know, they could argue that, you know, okay, maybe if someone has seen like me get angry and like blow up, maybe people would be like, oh yeah, it was probably like a crime of passion.
Because like I never do that or something.
Well, no. What I'm saying is like for me,
you. Oh yeah,
people could definitely maybe assume like, oh, maybe like he got into an argument and just got heated and he just went off.
Right. Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could see that. Having a bad day.
Maybe I'm not the best driver. Maybe it's because of some driving thing I did.
I take it back. That's exactly what it would be. Especially if I knew you were like gone. You like went somewhere. I'm like, oh god, she killed someone. She drove over them.
Oh, no, I'm not that bad.
Well, I mean, you don't know. I didn't say you would do it purposefully.
Oh my goodness.
You'd still go to jail.
That'd be awful. Lord, don't let that happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Lord, please don't let anyone walk in front of her.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sounds about right.
That could be one. All right.
Yeah.
Do another one. I think I have another one of these question things pulled up. I'll have to see.
Oh my goodness. If you're a mad scientist, what scientific experiment would you run if money and ethics weren't an issue?
What kind of science would I run if money and ethics?
Yeah, so you're a mad scientist.
Ugh.
What scientific experiment would you run if money and ethics weren't an issue?
That's so dark.
That is dark. And I feel like the ethics just doesn't count. Like, you can't put that in there because if you're asking the person that, like, our ethics are going to get into it anyway. Like, you can't help but, like, the person is not going to say something they think is unethical. Or maybe they would.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not, like, science-minded.
I mean, if I had money and I could put it into, like, one type of science, it'd probably be space.
Yeah.
It would probably be more funding for space exploration. You know, trying to find new propulsion systems. Because, like, that's our major problem right now is, like, we're planning on going to Mars, but it's, like, with our current, you know, I forget exactly what the propulsion systems are, but, like, the main propulsion systems that we use for, like, our rockets right now, like, it'd be, like, 3 years to get to Mars.
Oh, wow.
Or it would be a 3-year round trip. I'm sorry. It wouldn't take us 3 years to get to Mars.
Okay.
It would take, like, what did they say? It's like 6 months to get to Mars.
Okay.
But by the time you get there, the way that the Mars has orbited around the sun, you have to, like, I feel like you have to, like, wait a year.
Oh. To
for
get
like
on it?
Yeah, before you're actually able to, like, get to it.
That's crazy.
Like, by the time you get to where it's supposed to be, you have to, like, wait a year for you to be able to, like, go onto it. And then basically you, like, go onto it and then you leave and you go back.
Wow.
So, I mean, and that's why I guess
Can you imagine, like, being on a ship for, like, 3 years?
No.
That'd be awful.
That would be terrible. And
like, even just saying it doesn't sound that bad, but, like, if you, like, imagine being
like
stuck,
a week.
Being stuck in your house for 3 years and not even being able to look out the window.
No.
Like, in a room without windows.
No, I mean, there'd be windows, but I mean, it would.
Right, but you wouldn't,
space.
you wouldn't see, like, yeah, you wouldn't see Earth. You wouldn't see what we see here.
Right.
Yeah.
That would get weird, especially when
awful.
Earth got out of view.
Yeah.
Or was just like a speck. That would be freaky.
Yeah.
That would be freaky. So, like, that's why a lot of people have talked about just, like, colonizing.
Right.
But, like, even that, like, all right, you're going to just live on Mars now.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
hey, if people want to do that, but I don't think I want to do that.
No. But if you invest money into new propulsion systems, and I don't know what that would entail. Like, I don't know the science, if there's even like physically any other way of producing propulsion,
Right.
like to get us there at a faster pace.
Yeah.
You know, because if you can get us there, we could spend some time and back in a year. That's a game changer.
Yeah.
You know, if you could like
still a long time though.
yeah, but like on a yearly, I mean, we haven't been to the we have, but like we haven't done like moon landings like we had in the past for how many years?
Oh, I don't know. You know, that's
70s, right?
I don't know.
I don't know if it was like 69 that we went to the moon or 70s. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, that took a long time. You know, if we were like sending people yearly back and forth
Right.
to Mars, like that'd be so cool.
I'm sure there'd be plenty of people that would want to do that.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
I don't think there would be. I mean, there's definitely ethics involved. I mean, there's definitely a lot of, especially when you're working on new propulsions, like the same way that we've lost a lot of astronauts.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know, in the space program, we're going to lose a lot more when testing out these new systems.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's where the ethics comes in.
Yeah.
Is like, but at the same time,
If those
it's not a total ethical question because
those people are willingly
Yes.
doing that, they know. I mean, they know the risk. I mean, you still don't want that to happen.
yeah, like
but,
all of the Apollo crew people, you know, that were working to go to the moon, they all agreed to it. They
Yeah.
knew the risks. It had never been done before.
Right.
So they're like, yeah, we know.
Right.
And a lot of them lost their lives.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about you?
I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind, so like I said, I'm not really a scientific person, so I don't know, but it would be cool to see if like you could re-inhabit or like make like certain parts of like desert area livable again and like kind of tropical again. I mean, I don't know. I know you can slowly do that in time, like by kind of feeding the ends of deserts with like planting them with like trees and stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't know if it's possible, so it would be an experiment to
Yeah.
see if you could like make it like beautiful and help the neighboring communities with like food and stuff.
Yeah. What will phones be like in 10 years?
Oh goodness. Taking over the world?
Yeah, they'll just grow arms and legs, and it'll be like the drones we saw in China at the beginning of COVID. Like, please get back in your home.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, they said it in Chinese, but like, it is not safe outside. Please return to your home.
Oh my goodness. Can you imagine?
Nope.
No.
Nope, I cannot imagine. Because those drones would be shot down. And not have a robot telling me what to do. This is a Terminator. Goodness gracious.
I don't know. They're probably gonna like. I feel like we'll like stop. I mean, we already kind of do this, but you're probably gonna do like everything on your phone at that point in like 10 years. Like,
It's so hard because there's such a pushback right now
on what? Phones?
on yeah, just technology, social media, just like the overall health effects of these.
Right.
I
I don't think that it's gonna stop it though from moving forward.
I don't think it can, just because of the market
Yeah.
for it. Like, there's always going to be a market for it, and like the people that rely on technology for their work or rely on
Right.
technology for any of that type of stuff, they're going to get the newest, best
Right.
technologies. So there's always a market to keep cycling through and improving and,
Right.
you know, coming out with new stuff.
I think in 10 years it's going to like have the phones will be able to have so much storage. You'll be able to have like meetings on there basically. I mean, we already do this through Zoom and stuff. But I
Yeah.
feel like you'll be able to have tons of people on a meeting, and there won't be so much like interference and confusion. Like it'll be clear and crisp, and like people will do all their banking and meetings and work. Like more people will be doing work from home probably just from their computers or phones. And I don't know. I think it's just going to be a lot more like.
Do you think we're gonna have VR by then? Do you think we're gonna have like virtual reality
I that did come to mind, but
like implemented? So like you're not only doing like conference calls, but like you're there, like you're here. Maybe you're sitting in your living room,
right, but you can like see
but
people.
like Frank is sitting over there, and like Layla is sitting over there, and like
I mean, that would be pretty crazy. I don't know how they would do that. I feel like you'd have
you could still green screen it like Zoom, so you could be like sitting on a beach like in Malibu
my
when people would
goodness.
look over at you, and then you look over at Frank and he's like chilling on like a throne from like Game of Thrones or something like that. Like how cool would that be?
That would be kind of cool. But like I wonder how they would do that. I feel like you'd have to buy something else at that point. Like little things that like shine up to like make that image.
I don't mean like a hologram. Because VR would be like something that people right now.
Oh, you mean
it's
the thing you put on your like head and then you see?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
I don't mean holograms.
Okay,
No,
that's what
no.
I was thinking. That's what I thought you meant. I'd be
Really?
like, wow, that'd be crazy.
Nah, I mean they can develop stuff similar to that right now, but like
It's not the same.
no, I think the VR is more the future.
Right.
I mean,
Now
like,
I feel like that would have some health effects if you did that all the time.
I think it would be. I mean, there are gamers right now that like literally.
But that would be
they-
so creepy.
What?
Can you imagine that though? Can you imagine? Okay, so people already hack people's identities in their phones. Can you
Right.
imagine someone like going into meetings or pretending to be someone else in a meeting?
Oh,
Like you
yeah.
could change what you look like. Like you could be in that virtual reality and like be someone else and then just pretend like you're in the meeting.
Well, that's like the whole purpose of that.
That'd be awful.
The world in that Ready Player One.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
Because they had I forget what they're called, hapsit suits or I can't remember what the technical name of it, but like they would have like complete suits that they would wear so that they would have these like treadmill things that they would stand on or sit in or whatever, and then they would go into this virtual world and just live in there. But the craziest part about that book and the movie Ready Player One was that the richest people to the poorest people, like because the movie takes place and focuses on a kid who grew up in like the trailer park, and obviously this was like futuristic and stuff, and there was a lot of people in a trailer park because the world had just kind of gone to craps, but like they were able to basically not let people get angry that the world was basically going to craps,
As they would go.
because everybody was in this virtual world and everything was like hunky-dory and green, and I got to be Batman and like
Wow.
yeah, so I don't know, it doesn't seem that far off, because like the virtual reality, I've never used like Oculus or some of these other games that are out there for virtual reality, and I haven't been to any of the I know they have like different places that you can go, and you can they'll have like warehouses where you can do different like virtual reality feats, like walk across the Grand Canyon.
Oh yeah.
Like where you're just walking across like a plank,
Yeah.
but like you feel like you're walking like a tightrope across the Grand
That would be
Canyon.
pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So now, are you in real life? Are you actually on like a plank that's above the ground a little bit, or it's just like a line basically?
No, like you're on like a 2x4.
Okay.
So like you have more space than that tightrope, but you're still feeling like you're walking a tightrope, and then if you slip off, you feel like you might go
Right,
down,
right,
you know,
right.
down to the valley.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and people like say it's getting better and better.
I
So-
got sick the one time I did that arcade virtual reality game.
Oh yeah, the
I
motorcycle
got nauseous
one. Yep,
afterwards.
yep.
So I don't know how well that would do with me.
I don't know. It is
I
crazy.
don't even know the question anymore, but
No,
Oh,
it was
yeah, the
basically where
phone.
do you think these phones are going to be in 10 years? I think we'll definitely be more directly connected to them in some
Yeah.
way.
yeah.
I don't know how, but we'll somehow be interfacing with the phones.
Oh goodness, no! Don't sign me up for that.
No, but like I don't know how it'll happen because you have Elon Musk, Elon Musk. I don't know how you say his name, working to develop Neuralink. Now this sounds great. It basically is like, have I told you about this before? Okay.
A little bit. Yeah.
So for those that don't know, it's basically a device that goes. They would drill into your skull and plant this device on like right behind your ear, and then they would have these like a bunch of. I'm trying to remember the technical terms for all of this stuff, but it's basically like fiber optic cables, little micro fiber optic cables that would they would know exactly. They would have like a robot put these on like different parts of your brain, and these robots would be trained to literally be able to navigate and like miss blood vessels and other synapses, and they would be able to just pinpoint where they would put these cables. And what would happen is this would like send signals to maybe signals that are misplaced, and it would send signals to maybe signals that aren't receiving anything, because of trauma or things of that nature. So like, let's say if someone was blind, this could like resend the signals that were missing and
wow.
restore someone's sight.
I didn't know about that one.
Or,
That's
someone
pretty cool.
has some sort of trouble walking for some reason. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. Some reason. They have a limp or something like that. And this could like help inform their brain.
So if the problem is due to like synapses or some sort of like maybe more neurological.
Right, like so there's a guy from our church that he struggles like because his brain function is not communicating to his muscles and his body.
Right.
Like how to do certain functions.
Right.
This could like restore
Wow.
his ability to function, to move, to because
That
there's
would be
nothing wrong
amazing.
with his body.
Right.
It's like it's a neurological thing that's like
Wow.
breaking down, and so he's not getting the signals that he needs in order
That's
to walk
crazy.
normally or to function normally.
I mean, that does sound great. What you had told me was a little bit different, a little bit more freaky.
Well, that's the first stage. That's where they would focus their energy and their promotion
Yeah.
of this. But like it has the potential to keep going, and then it's
Now-
technology.
Right.
So like you're able then to internally interface with technology because you are part technology now.
That's creepy. So that
So
means
it's like
that
what signal?
But wait, does that mean technology then can go back to you? Like you're not in total control anymore?
Right. That's the
So like
that's the $1 million question. Like,
that's creepy. That's a little creepy.
does our brain have?
Can you tap into our brain?
Well, does our brain have enough natural defenses that we wouldn't be we could still control this thing. Like it could still help.
Right. It would probably help more than not, but I don't know. You still would have to definitely really know about it before you chose to.
It seems like
do that.
Right. Along the lines of what you're saying, it's like, could we be fed like propaganda?
Right. Right.
And just be like, you need to throw yourself off a cliff now.
Like
There are too many people on Earth, and you're like, what?
Right. Or maybe even just like if it's bringing stuff up to you for you to think about that maybe you didn't want to think about.
There are so many questions, that could come of that. I mean, I'm thinking now, like, of all the movies that could come of that probably are out now, sci-fi
probably.
movies and stuff like that. But, like, you just think about it, like, okay, if it's informing muscle functions, if, like, the government or, like, secret agents want to, like, take you out, you could be driving down the road and then all of a sudden, like, your neurochip,
it's going crazy,
chip, like, talks to your arm and it's like, whoop,
yeah,
and then boom, you're off the road, like, oof.
Yeah, all
that's
right.
freaky.
That's very freaky.
So let's hope that none of the things we said actually happens. Except virtual reality. There are definitely some cool things that could come out of that. Like, could you imagine, like, watching, like, the new Star Wars?
Oh, that would be cool.
Like, especially after Disney just released, like, all of these new Star Wars shows that are going to be coming.
Yeah.
Like, if you could be a fly on the wall within the show.
Yeah.
Because you think about, they had the behind the scenes for the Mandalorian, where they're using these entire sound stages built of these kind of like projection screens.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So they're not using green screen. They're using these screens so that it actually creates like a real
the actors
environment.
Feel like they're actually where they are in the movie.
And I do not get the technology because it literally moves with you.
Right, not the actual like screen, but the projection, yeah.
Yeah, so like if you turn, like it works with you. Like it works with the camera. So if the camera goes this way, like it's changing the environment with the subject. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
So like you just think about what they're doing
real.
For like actors now, and it's like, man,
yeah.
Could you imagine like now we're just in.
That must be so cool.
The world.
That's like the best way to act.
You put on your helmet and you just look around. You're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm in Lethal. Cool. You know, like
that'd be pretty cool.
It's so cool.
I think I would be really sick. But...
All right, you got some good ones.
If someone asked to be your apprentice and learn all that you know, what would you teach them?
Wait, so if someone wanted to be your apprentice,
if someone asked to be your apprentice and to learn all that you know, what would you teach them?
Obviously, all that I know. That sounds like they answered the question within the question.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, what would be like the main thing I would want to teach them?
Well, yeah, I guess. What would be the main thing you would teach them? What's your main expertise, I guess?
I guess I would teach them the value of learning.
Yeah. You are like a learner.
Well, I think like knowledge and understanding is the key to everything. So like I could talk to them about religion or politics or culture or anything like that, but like it would be my opinion. It wouldn't be their understanding of it. Like they could live their life off of like, and a lot of people do this, you know, people that like watch the news and then that's their opinion. Well, it's not your opinion because you didn't really like try to understand any of these issues. You just heard someone speak and now you're living out someone else's opinion.
Yeah, that's a good
And
point.
I do that to start sometimes my opinions on certain subjects. Like I'll hear someone that I respect and I'll be like, okay, that makes sense from what I'm hearing.
Right.
And then usually I'll listen to someone else talk about it, and then I'll listen to someone else talk about it, and then I'll do some reading on it.
Well, that's what learning is. You have to hold.
But some people stop at
right.
one.
Right. You have to hold what you know and know that it might change depending on the new facts and input you get in your own experience, that might change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think like just knowledge and understanding are the foundations for life. If you're constantly trying to understand something more fully, you'll be fine. You'll get to the answers eventually.
Yeah.
But if you're just always a person that accepts what people say because you've accepted something else they've said in the past.
Right.
Like there's definitely been people that I respect that like will say something one time and I'm like, makes sense. I agree with you.
Right.
You know, I think that's a really good, valid point.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll say something another time and I'm like, no.
Right. Just because you agree with one thing doesn't mean that.
But some people
everything
do
they say,
get,
yeah.
you know, and you could see this in politics. You could see this with like, you could see this with Biden and Kamala Harris. Like you could see this with Trump. You know, both candidates, like, they've changed their opinions on things multiple times.
That's true. Yeah.
And they've told us different things, but people are like, all for Joe Biden or all for Trump.
Right.
And it's like, I'm for what they're telling me today or doing today. You know what I mean?
You might not be for it, but
no,
you're hearing it.
You know what I mean? Not for it, but I'm listening.
Yeah.
And let me rephrase that. I'm able to make my determinations on those people based on what they're saying and doing today.
Yeah.
Because I know that I might not tomorrow. Right. I might not agree with them tomorrow. Or
you can remember what they said yesterday.
Right. And yeah. But anyways, that's what I would teach, and I would make sure that they were active in pursuing that.
Yeah.
You know, if you're don't be accepting of anything that someone says or anyone's opinion. Always be trying to grow and learn and
right, without being willing to.
Yeah. What would you teach somebody?
Well, not like, I don't know. I guess the first thing that comes to my mind is I'd probably teach them like just about my faith and about God and just the truth of his word, because that's been probably the one thing that I care about the most. I mean, it is the one thing I care about the most, and I think is the most powerful to change your life. So it's probably what I would teach them.
Yeah. What is the longest book you've ever read?
Oh, probably Lord of the Rings.
That's a long book. Yeah.
Because I read all three. Like, there are 3 books in one, but the book I got was all 3 in one. Like
okay. You got like this big, thick book?
It was like this big, thick book.
Oh my goodness.
I just read that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That makes me happy. That's how I did it with the Narnia books.
Oh, yeah?
Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You said that.
Yeah, it's upstairs. I have like just one big book. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Do a couple more questions. And then I'm gonna go to bed.
Oh my goodness.
I want to like stay away from technology. I want to go to something different.
What is something that is really popular now, but in 5 years everyone will look back on and be embarrassed by?
Excuse me. Maybe some of the games they play on their phones.
That's probably
I see
true.
adults like, even well, I think it's on their phones too, but like the Facebook games.
I don't even know. There's
You
Facebook
know.
games.
Yeah, like I don't see it as much. I used to get like spammed by it all the time.
Or there's like those farming games or whatever.
Yes. I don't know if they're still going on though, because I don't get notifications
Yeah.
about them anymore. Maybe they went out of fashion.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully. But
Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah, some of those games are addictive too.
Did you ever play them?
Not really. I did when I first got like a smartphone, because it was like
Gotta try
now
it
I
out.
can do it.
Yeah.
You know. But and there are some that are addicting. There are some that I played that like, especially the games, and I think they all do this now, but like the games that get you up to a certain point and you could keep going, or you could progress a little faster if you pay money
yes,
and stuff.
Yes. Mhm.
And like almost every game has that now, like just upgrade your character
Right.
and you'll be to level 2 and then
Right.
you'll get to play some more storyline or
Right.
whatever.
Mhm.
I think that like ultimately bugged me enough to just like quit.
Stop. Yeah.
But for some people, they're spending lots of money on that.
Yeah, and then they're making money off of those people.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, the app developer needs the money,
Well, yeah.
you know. But
And those people enjoy doing that, so.
yeah, but I kind of there's better things to do with my life.
Yeah.
There's doing this. There's
Yeah.
doing the podcast. There's doing music. You know, there's taking care of my kids. You know, when I see adults like playing video games on their phones, it doesn't make me think
But you do have
good
to
thoughts about them.
You do have to think though, like, so some people might work like really hard, like physical jobs,
Right.
and maybe they actually and really like their job too. So when they come home, they're like, whatever. Like
But don't you think there's a difference between like a phone
This is my
game
rest time.
and like a video game?
I don't know. I don't play either.
I don't play either.
I was
but
never
like,
good at any of them either. So I
but
don't
like
even know.
I definitely have a higher respect for gamers, like legit gamers,
Right.
like people that play like computer games or like on a system than like a phone game.
Well, it's easier
Because you're just playing like, what's the one that you usually like?
The-
Bejeweled?
yeah.
Is that Candy Crush?
I don't even know.
I don't know
think
what it's called.
Bejeweled. I deleted it off my phone a while
I have
ago.
Tetris on my phone though.
Well,
you keep downloading games.
I just downloaded those two during girls' night.
Oh, when you play with Addie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
That's funny.
I did. I was into the what is it called? Bejeweled?
I think. I don't
don't
know.
know. I
I
don't
think
know.
that's the one where you like shoot something up, right? And you like knock the jewels.
No, you have to like switch them and like get them in a row, 3 in a row or more.
See, I don't know.
But anyway, that's probably the only one that I've ever played like more than anything else.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. I wouldn't say I was addicted to it because I think I was like, oh, this is fun for like a week or two, and then I was just forgot about it then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, let's do one more. I'm trying to find a good one. I don't want technology. I don't want to go to bed thinking about robots.
Oh, okay. So here's this question that I'll ask. We don't have to answer it, but it reminds me of a game
Okay.
that was called Invention. I just have to share this with people because this game's awesome. But it's this game where like you have a picture of an invention, a real invention,
Yeah.
but that never it never took off. So like
Okay.
no one liked it, or for whatever reason it didn't take off. So they have like the real answer somewhere like of what it is, but everyone has to guess and like write a description of what it is, and then you like no one knows who wrote what, and the person whose turn it is like reads them all, right? And then people guess which one they think it is. Anyway, super fun game. Invention. This reminds me of Invention. What ridiculous and untrue yet slightly plausible theories can you come up with for the cause of common ailments like headaches or cavities?
Windex.
Yeah, that could be.
I mean, what if we all made fun of the guy from My Big Fat Greek Wedding?
Oh my goodness, yes.
What if he was right?
But he wouldn't say that Windex causes that.
Oh, you said it's the cause of these things?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was...
Like would heal it, like make it better.
Yeah, I thought it would heal it. My bad.
So, but here's the first thing that came to my mind that
Okay.
like if people didn't know their facts, could maybe think it's true. But I would be like, well, all technology, they're like connecting with each other, and like all the Wi-Fi is going through our houses and our cars and our buildings are causing your headaches.
Okay.
Because it's like going through your body all the time and through your brain. And it's
It could
causing headaches.
be. It could be.
That would be my ridiculous and untrue, but slightly plausible.
No, we don't know. We have no idea. We have all of these Wi-Fi systems. Some people, like the big gamers, they got gigabytes of Wi-Fi
Right.
signals spread through their house. They got routers to increase the signal, and
I have
You
heard
know.
this is true. Now I shouldn't say this is true because I haven't looked it up for myself, but I believe I heard a few times that like the Bluetooth that's like right on your ear, like if you wear that all the time, like that's not good for you.
well,
Like that could cause.
I wear it
like,
all the time.
That could cause like, I don't know.
Do you think it's the same? I guess it's the same thing with like Bluetooth headphones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wear those like all the
Maybe
time.
we should look into it.
Maybe we should look into that. Yeah. Oh, I mean, like, I always have my phone in my pocket.
Right.
So, like,
yeah.
we don't know if, like,
I don't know. I think it has
all
something to do
men,
with like that
their
connection.
legs just going to fall off. Like,
Yeah.
we don't know. We don't know.
We don't know.
We'll have to, we'll have to see.
We'll find out 50 years from now.
Yeah.
Okay. What would your answer be for that though?
Okay, so things that would make you sick. So, what were the symptoms?
So no,
Headache?
yeah. So like, what is causing maybe a headache or a cavity that is not true and ridiculous, but it could be slightly plausible. Like people might believe it if they didn't know.
Okay. Headache and cavities.
Or it says headaches or cavities. You can pick either one.
Oh, okay.
I love this. Makes me want to play that game.
I'm gonna have to go with the DMT elves.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just gonna guess and say it's probably interdimensional beings.
Your teeth are hard enough.
as the closure of their travels, of them dissipating into the other dimensions, the particles that they leave behind as they go into the other dimension, if you walk through that unknowingly because you can't perceive it, it could give you a headache.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
It's a fact.
Yeah. If you live in a house that's near like an opening or closing and you get lots of it's because you get lots of
You
headaches
don't know.
because you live in a house near
You don't
there.
know. Could be.
That's pretty funny.
Alrighty, it's time for bed. Thanks everybody for joining us. We usually put out, right now it's one podcast a week for Just Breathing with Lauded Lungs. We usually do one of these a week. We plan on doing some more stuff in the future though, so keep your eyes out. Make sure before you go, if you watch this, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way when we go live like this again, you know about it, and then you can hop on and join this community. So, all right, everybody. See ya.